President Mahama of Ghana has been saying he would like to make a call on other African countries to work with South Africa. And that is precisely what has triggered our intention to send envoys so that they can go and explain the type of initiatives, type of programs.
So black South Africans forcefully took over a foreigner's saloon. They forcefully took over a foreigner's saloon, her business, and brought in their black South African sister. And they were all celebrating as if they won the World Cup. I don't know. You forcefully took someone's business, legal business, and you are celebrating.
First of all, Ramaphosa is looking for favors from John Mahama. President Ramaphosa has called on President Mahama to engage African leaders. Yes, it means he is telling Mahama to speak to other African leaders to come and invest. As he said, he wants Mahama to speak to investors to come and invest in South Africa. Okay, as Jacinta and Victoria Africa and the rest know, at this step.
It is jealousy. There's no other definition for it. It is a textbook definition of jealousy. Just because certain words are not going to be comfortable for you to stomach doesn't mean that we're not going to use them. The reality is the reality. Yours is fueled by hatred and jealousy. It is jealousy when you see a man achieving things that...
Everyone, how are you guys doing? You see, you don't need Ghanaians or Nigerians to wake up and start saying, oh, we want South Africans out of our country. We want... No. They know where to hit. And once they hit, South Africans are gonna feel it, to be honest. I love what is happening. Mind you, Ghanaians have refused to renew their contract with South Africa company, the white people, their mining company. Guess what is happening? It has started affecting Nigerian South Africa economy. Now, South Africans are begging. They are begging Nigerians. They are begging other Africans to start doing business with them because everyone has started boycotting South Africa businesses in their country. They gave them time. Imagine you just wake up in 2026, start saying foreigners are the cause of your problems. Your government is just there. Every time Nigerians will complain, the government of South Africa will say there's no xenophobic. But what he keeps saying is different from what videos we keep seeing on social media. People keep being attacked in their country. They will complain. Your people go to the road, to the street, attack foreigners, loot their shops. The government doesn't do anything. They go along with the policemen. The policemen doesn't stop them from doing things like that. And today you wake up, every country, in Malawi, in Kenya, oh, South Africans are not xenophobic. South Africans are not xenophobic. Guys, if you know what is happening, South Africa economic is being affected right now. Their president is now begging other Africans to start doing business with them because every country is now boycotting their businesses. Anyway, I'm going to tell you guys what Nigerians did to them on my next video. It's gonna shock you. You're gonna love President Tinubu for this. Anyway, guys, if you're new on this channel, if you subscribe or not, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comment. Please take a look and listen to what is happening. They have not started begging. South Africans, you think you don't know what those white people gain from Africans? You think because of those small shops they come to open in your country, you think that's all? It's nothing compared to what South Africans benefit from other African countries. Oh, now it's Ghanaians for Ghanaians, Nigerians for Nigerians. Wait until all Africans start dealing with you people. You people will know that the reason why South Africa is like that is because of other Africans. Don't bother. They will deal with you. They said Ramaphosa. You remember what Omoshola said? When Nigerians start dealing with South Africa, they will fall on their knees. Ramaphosa will fall on their knees and start begging. He has not started though. He's asking Ghana president to start begging other Africans to start doing business. But you guys have not started begging. You will beg, oh. You will beg. Guys, please watch this video.
Mahama's people in South Africa, you now want Mahama to speak to... He said, lie, Mahama will not do that. He will not do that. Anyways, the second batch of Ghanaians has returned home. They have been repatriated back from South Africa, and most of them are happy. You see, I think some of them actually wanted to come back for a very long time, but they don't have the means. But right now they are back. And what some of them said, what the ordeal they said they went through in South Africa, if it is true, then it is horrific. So we are happy they are back. But that favor that Ramaphosa won from Mahama, we no go give him. We won't give it to him.
That we are going to embark upon, because in the end, this is an African problem. It's not only a South African problem. We are all involved in this. There's various countries on the continent that experience precisely what we are going through. Now, because of the social challenges that our people are facing, challenges of security, challenges of the delivery of services as well as unemployment. It brings a lot of pressure on our people, which we understand very, very well. So therefore, it needs all of us as South Africans, as those who are coming to our country, either documented or undocumented, as well as other countries, so that we work together. This is an African problem that requires African solutions.
And jubilating as if you won a gold medal or whatever. No problem. Now let's come back to that same business in the next 2 years. Revisit that business in the next 2 years. you see, you can't give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. Black South Africans, you don't have it. You do not have it. That business mindset, that entrepreneurship mind, you don't have it at all. The only thing that will work for you is to go work for someone. You cannot, you don't have that. Revisit that business in the next 2 years. Yes, revisit that same business in the next 2 years and you will see how diminished it will be.
You are not achieving as a man. And instead of you sitting down with that man and arranging an interview and asking them, how did they achieve what they achieve? What can you do to achieve that? Jealousy is when you then work towards destroying what that man has achieved, stealing, taking what that man has achieved without you putting in the work. It's jealousy. Umoya umona. NgesiZulu singathi noma ngesintu singathi ukuthakatha. It's witchcraft. Ukuloya. Only a witch, umthakathi, umuntu oloyayo, will see you thriving and building your own thing. And instead of them putting effort in building something, even if it means they're copying you, even fine. We all copied somebody to be where we are. But instead of them building something similar or even better, what they do is they work towards destroying yours. About Tagati, instead of them building what they need to build, they will remove their clothes and run around with the purpose of destroying what other people, what other men, what other women have built. That's witchcraft. And the irony is not lost behind the man's name being Uphakela Umthakathi. His name is Uphakela Umthakathi, literally translating to feeding the witch. He who feeds the witches. Uphakela Abathakathi, igazi labafowethu. He feeds the witches. Everything that Utudula much and much, or everything that they are doing, Upthakathi. It's men who are incapable of building things from themselves. And they failed to build things from themselves. They were sitting and they watched men arrive in their townships. They gave them their garages. Nobody forced them. They gave them their money to buy bread. Nobody forced them. And when they saw that community succeeding in front of them, they are now doing everything to destroy and steal what the men have created. They didn't create anything. They are waiting to steal. You see them walking around planning with weapons and saying, 30 June, we are going to do this, that, and the other. It's men who are lazy to create for themselves. A man builds, a man creates, a man puts together a plan. South African men would much rather steal a plan yendoda. Ubthakathi lobo, and they follow a man whose name literally means I feed abantu abathakathayo. Ngondla abathakathi, ngondla umthakathi. I make sure umthakathi is well fed. Ngiyawuphakela umthakathi. That's what his name means. And and you wonder why things will never change for you as Udaki. You have no concept of building something for your own self, the sense of pride and dignity as a man in pointing at something and saying, Le inges sami. I built this brick by brick. You will never know that satisfaction. All you know is looking at other men and feeling envious and feeling jealous and saying, he can't have it because me, nah. I just happen to be born in this side of the fence, not because I deserve it, not because I put in the work, not because I made the sacrifices, not because I built something ngezandla zami njengendoda. Ngizontshontsha ngoba ngihlulekile ukuzenzela. And ngoba uhlulekile ukuzenzela ngeke uzukwazi nokuyigcina futhi unjalo. Izokuhlula ngoba kwazanga nokuyenza. That is us as South African men. That is the legacy that our children are going to remember us for. When Africa thrives, South Africa will be known as the country that failed as amadoda to build a legacy for ourselves. It is a tragedy. Skali Slilo Skanandi.